Hi, it's the MLM for this whole channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. This is the continuation of the series I'm doing called Personal Stories and Practical Lessons to Learn and or Apply. This is part number 12. And this is about the power of Asher Yatzar prayer. If you don't know what the Asher Yatzar prayer is, you should look it up. But it's a prayer that you say after you exit the restroom. And it is very important because it says in there about that we have different types of openings and cavities. And if something happens, heaven forbid, we won't be able to survive. So why is this important? And I will show you actually also this Asher Yatzar poster that I have. And I will include a link to the site. Actually, the site is listed below in the description for the organization called be'ezrathashem.org. You can actually have a box of them sent to you. It's both in the for the Sephardi and the Ashkenaz, and this is what it looks like. This is the Ashkenaz side, and this is the Sephardi side. So it's a two-sided one. And on here it also says how the reciting of the blessing with kavanah, which means with intention, has the power to stop many diseases and illnesses. That's from the Chafetz Chaim. And also the Ben Ish Chai says that when we say the blessing of Asher Yatzar, we're making a big tikkun, that's a correction, and uncovering blessing when we understand the meaning of the blessing. So why is this important and why am I telling you this now? Because of what happened. This happened on Shabbos, actually, but I'm not recording this on Shabbos. Of course, it happened on the 25th of Teves, 5785, also the 25th of January of 25. They actually coincide this month of Teves. So I was woken up, Baruch Hashem, I say that, and I'll tell you why. And I guess my body is very in tune because as a child, I used to get nosebleeds a lot. And I learned how to, Baruch Hashem, how to stop them. But I was actually woken up by a nosebleed, meaning I felt like I just know, I can feel that it's not like I have to blow my nose. I could feel something different. It's hard to explain unless you're someone who knows about nosebleeds. So I could feel something, and it was in my left side, the left nostril, and I, got up immediately, and I put pressure. What you do is you put pressure on the top bone of your nose. Chas v'shalom, if you don't know what to do, of course, you call for help. Of course, on Shabbos, you're allowed to, if your life's in danger, you're allowed to do that. That's pikuach nefesh, so that overrides everything. But Baruch Hashem, I know what to do, so I grabbed my some napkins, and I will actually show you the napkins. Here is proof, in case you don't, I don't know if you'll believe me, I don't know if you can see that that's blood or not, but it is blood. I have a few of them, a few of props here. Here's another one, in case you need to see. Yeah, that was Baruch Hashem, my blood is nice and red. I'm thankful for that too. So here's another one. Okay, anyway, so that's just a little something. So I immediately did what I had to do. I had to put it, I kind of put pressure on the nostril bottom with the napkin, and then with the other hand, I guess it's the bridge of the nose. Is when you put pressure on there, and Baruch Hashem, it's amazing that you can stop it, but it doesn't stop right away. It takes a little time. So you have to be able to do that. But on the other side of that, while I was doing this, it was at 5:45 a.m., I had to use the restroom. So how do you use the restroom when you're trying to stop your nose from bleeding? That's a good one, right? So in the meantime, I kind of just told myself to, hold on for that. Like you have to kind of, I don't know how you avoid that. You kind of just tell yourself, okay, hold. So I held it. It wasn't, Baruch Hashem, terrible, but I wanted to at least get it to the point where I can actually go to the bathroom or the restroom, right? I don't remember how long it took, but I was still trying to at least put pressure on my nose. I couldn't, hold the napkin there all too. So I was able to go to the restroom, and then I still was continuing to put pressure there, and so it clots, and then it's a whole process. I'm not going to go into what I have to do afterwards, and then you kind of have blood in your throat a little. You have to spit it out, and but Baruch Hashem, I'm not complaining. As they say, Kol ma da'avid Rahman al-Tavavid. Everything the merciful one does is for the best. Or as Nachum Ish Gamzu says, which I talked in my first video, part 1, Gam Zu or Zo Litova. So there's a purpose for everything. We don't understand. We don't understand why, but Baruch Hashem, I was able to get it to stop. So that was the most important thing. And then, why is this connected with Asher Yatzar? Because when I came out of the bathroom that time after I pretty much stopped it from bleeding, I was, thinking, and as I was saying the Asher Yatzar, and then if, you have one like this one here, it has the English on the side, so that's really good because then you can understand what you're saying in case you don't understand the Hebrew, and they also have it transliterated too, so you could say it in Hebrew, if you don't know the pronunciation. So it talks about, like I said, it talks about how you have many openings and cavities, and I was thinking, wow, my nose, that has an opening, right? And then it says if Chas v'Shalom, means heaven forbid, it was ruptured or was blocked, it would be impossible to survive and stand before you, meaning before you is talking about Hashem, of course. And I don't know why they didn't have that capitalized there. I just noticed that they didn't capitalize that. I think it should be capitalized. I'm not sure. But anyway, that aside, so I was thinking, wow, imagine, Hashem is allowing me to stop the bleeding. So that part of me should not be, opening to cause the blood to come out. It should be kind of, I guess, closed or just not doing that. So it just reminded me to have more gratitude, the importance of gratitude to Hashem, and that I need to say the Asher Yatzar slower, with more kavana, and pay attention to each word I say. So since then, that's what I've been doing. I've been, saying, because like I said, the Chavetz Chaim says it has the power to stop many diseases and illnesses, and maybe to halt them, or to for them not to come even. So the fact that this happened just made me more conscious with my intention of how I say the Asher Yatzar, that it's so important that, we have different openings. We have things that some should be closed and some should be open. And with the nose, it shouldn't be doing that, right? You don't want it to bleed, chas v'shalom. You don't want that to happen. So it just made me more aware of how I have to be more conscious in what I'm saying. And that holds true with any bracha, any blessing that you say. You should do it with more conscientiousness and more intention. So because the purpose of it is to have that in your forefront, like when you're saying something, that you know who you're speaking to and what you're saying. So I think that's very important that we pay more attention. And you want to read it if you can. Not everyone reads all blessings from a card, but especially with Asher Yatzar, like they say, you shouldn't move around. You should stay in one place. Don't be distracted. And I just stand there. Like, even if I'm out in a public place, that's another issue too. Like, if you're in a public place, how do you do that? So what I do is I just come out of the bathroom, like if you're in an airport or wherever you are, and you just kind of face the wall. Like, try to move away if like the door, like it doesn't have a door that closes, or try to move a little bit away and then just like face the wall if you can, and then just say it at your own pace. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel, like, let's see, have your phone on you, it's ringing, forget about everything, like it's not important. This is more important than any of that you should do it with slow and intention. So I think I counted, there were like 40, I don't know if it was 46 words. It depends if you do Ashkenaz or Sephardi. I think it might be a little different. But so I try to saying each word slowly, and also paying attention to what each word means. I think that is also a key too, to really try to do that. I mean, you can't always do that with everything you say, but you can at least try. And have the intention there, and learning from this particular situation for me was a big, I guess, I don't know if it's a big wake-up call, but it was definitely something that I'm now going to be more aware of in the future. And Bezrat Hashem keeps saying it with the same intention as a reminder, like reminding myself of what happened on Shabbos, and saying like, okay, this is just something you have to keep doing it with all the kavanah, and keep doing it with understanding what you're saying. And I hope and pray that we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days, and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beis HaMikdash. Amen. And thanks for watching.